It.
And thereafter we have back-to-back sessions, sir, and wonderful session the whole days from eminent speakers, distinguished guests, our guests from all around the country, and they have deliberated a lot to our participants. And today is the last day of this FDP, and of course the last session also for academic interactions.
Okay.
So we are blessed that you are on board with us, and you are being my teacher also. I really feel proud that my teacher is on board and going to discuss the academic matters with the participants. So thank
Dr.
you for
Rajiv, it's
joining
my
and
pleasure.
sparing your valuable time for us and the participants.
Dr.
So I
Rajiv,
will
it's a pleasure
ask,
for me.
okay, I ask Dr. Ekta Narwal to take up the board and continue with the processing.
Okay,
Thank you.
please.
Thank you so much, sir. So, welcome you all in the 14th session of this faculty development program, online faculty development program on advanced mathematical techniques in engineering and technology, organized by Department of Mathematics, Maharishi Dayanand University, Rohtak, sponsored by AICTE Atal Academy. So, in this technical session, we have with us Professor H.C. Taneja from Delhi Technical University, Delhi. Professor H.C. Taneja, he is a professor in applied mathematics at Delhi Technological University, Delhi, formerly Delhi College of Engineering, it was known as. He got his PhD in the field of information theory in the year 1985. He has vast experience of about 40 years of teaching in mathematics and statistics, both at UG and PG levels at different universities and technical institutes. Dr. Taneja has published more than 60 research papers in the field of information theory and application in journals of international repute and is member of various national and international societies. He has guided a number of MPhil and PhD students and industrial projects in the area of information theory and other allied areas also. He has attended various national and international conferences and is member of editorial board and reviewer of various international journals. He is well traveled in India and abroad and has been invited to deliver talks and popular lectures at various forums. He is the recipient of Ishita 2012 award given by the Indian Society of Information Theory and its application for his contribution in the field of information theory. So Dr. Taneja has been at various administrative positions in the domain of academia, and also he has authored 2 books, one entitled as Advanced Engineering in Mathematics and the other is Statistical Methods for Engineering and Science. So with all these feathers in his cap, I would like to welcome you, sir, on this platform. And now, sir is going to share his expertise and knowledge on the topic of applications of Markov chains in engineering. Hope this session will be going to be very fruitful for all of us. So, welcome you again, sir, on the platform. Now, over to you, sir.
Thank you, Dr. Ekta, for nice introduction. Thank you, Professor Rajiv. It's really a great pleasure for me to be here and to share my experience. I hope that my lecture, whatsoever I am going to deliver, will be of some beneficial to the participants. As Dr. Ekta has mentioned that my teaching has been confined to mathematics and statistics and basically stochastic processes. So I will be delivering a lecture with a broad area of the stochastic processes. It's a quite basic lecture. And I expect from the participants to have some basic knowledge of the probability. The basic knowledge, just a very elementary course of probability. And I hope that I will be able to do some sort of justice. So please. I hope screen is visible, please.
Yes, sir, it is visible.
Okay, great. Just let me enlarge it. Is it okay, please?
Yes, sir, it's okay.
Thank you. So I'll be speaking on the, just 1 minute. Please. Yes. So as mentioned by Dr. Ekta, my topic I will be speaking on the area of Markov chain and its applications. So basically, I will start from some sort of introduction, and that exactly the stochastic process. What is a stochastic process? Basically, stochastic process is the study of how a random variable evolves over time. Now, what is a random variable? I hope that most of the participants may be knowing that what is a random variable. Basically, when we perform a random experiment, let us suppose that we perform a random experiment that we throw a dice. That is a random experiment. Random in the sense that we may throw the die in identical way, but the outcome is different. So probabilities are attached with the different outcome. So that is a random experiment. So the different outcomes form a sample space. For example, in case of a dice, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 form a sample space and the probability is there. So basically, random variable is a function which assign a real value to every outcome of the sample space S. That is basically a random variable. Okay. Now, in many practical situations, we need to consider a collection or a family of random variable instead of a single random variable. Now, what do we mean by the family of random variable? The family of random variable, basically, it is indexed by a parameter. For example, this parameter may be time, this parameter may be space. Now, let us consider an example. Let we say that X are the number of jobs waiting to be processed over a service window. Okay, some jobs are to be made by a computer, or some queue is before some service window to get some service, say deposit a fee, or some cars are before a workshop to get their service. Okay, that X be the number of jobs waiting to be processed at a service window. Now, in case we feel that the distribution of X may change with time. Okay, but and then let me say that X1 be the number of jobs to be processed at time T1. That X1 be are the number of jobs before the windows to be processed at time T1. X2 is the number of jobs before the window to be processed at time T2, and so on, so on. Okay, so where T1, T2, T3 are the different instance belonging to the total duration. Say the total duration is the complete day. So T1, T2, T3 are the different instance. It can take any value. So this forms a family of random variables. So now this random variable is evolving with the time. It is evolving with time. Okay. Now at any specific time, it is a random variable. And as the time changes, as the parameter changes, its behavior may change. So this is called a family of random variables. Okay. So stochastic process basically is the study of how a random variable evolve with time. So I just make a notation. I already gave you the example. Let xt be the value of some characteristic at time t. Okay, say I said that the number of job to be processed at time t, where t is the index. Now, in most of the situation, this xt is not known with certainty before time t, and this for a specific t may be viewed as a random variable. Now, this t may be discrete, t may be continuous, even the sample space may be discrete, sample space may be continuous. So on this basis, a stochastic process is classified. Now we will consider, for since we will be, I'm speaking on Markov chain, So we will consider discrete time stochastic process that at some specific t. Okay. So the stochastic process in which the state of the system can be observed at discrete instant in time are called the discrete time stochastic process. Say, for example, the number of jobs to be processed at 9 a.m. Number of jobs to be processed at say 10 a.m. Number of jobs to be processed, waiting to be processed at 11 a.m. So we are taking now some specific time. So this is called discrete time stochastic process. There can be there are continuous time stochastic process also. Okay, the stochastic process in which the state of the system can be observed at any time. Number of jobs to be processed at any time, waiting to be processed, then that is called the continuous time stochastic process. Okay, now I come to the Markov chain. A discrete time stochastic process is a Markov chain if for t equal to 0, 1, 2, and so on, whichsoever instances of t we have specified, 9 a.m., 9:30 a.m., 10 a.m., 10:30 a.m., and 11 a.m., and so on. A discrete time stochastic process is a Markov chain if for specific value of t, say in the increasing and all states, we have probability x t plus 1 equal to it plus 1. Let here it plus 1 denotes t plus 1 is a subscript. It denotes the specific instance. Here it plus 1 denotes say the number of jobs to be processed at time t plus 1. Okay, so is the probability x t plus 1 equal to it plus 1 when it is given that at instant t the jobs for it, at instance t minus 1 the jobs to be processed for it minus 1, at the instance 0 when we started the job was I0. Okay, so this gives you the past history. Let us suppose we say that t is the present, t is a present time, then t minus 1 preceding to t minus 1, t minus 1, t minus 2, they are the past time. Okay, and t plus 1 is the future time. Okay, so what we want to say, if this probability, that probability x t plus 1 equal to it plus 1 x t is equal to probability x t plus 1 equal to it plus 1 given x t equal to it, that when future depends only on the present, not on the past, then such a system is called the Markov chain. So what we want to say, the Markov chain, what is the characteristic of the Markov chain? First, it is a stochastic process, of course. Second, it is a discrete time stochastic process. And third, the probability distribution of the state at time t plus 1 depends only on the state at time t and does not depend on the states before time t. T के बाद पर depend नहीं करता, mean future depends only on the present and not on the past. Let me give you one example. For example, we are considering a valve. We are considering valve failure model. Okay, there is a valve. Okay, you know the valve. It is some sort of a component which are inserted in some specific machine. Let us suppose that valve can be in one of the three states. You inspect that valve at every day in the beginning, and it is in one of the three possible states. First state is that it is working great. It is working in a satisfactory way. वो ठीक काम कर रहा है. Second state can be that it is working in unsatisfactory state. Unsatisfactory state means working but not properly. And third state possible is that it is the failed. It is failed. It is not working at all. Now let us suppose on the basis of past experience, there are some probability that from satisfactory, if valve is working satisfactory on a specific day, then the next day it can be satisfactory, it can be unsatisfactory, it can be fail even, and some probabilities are there. Mean The state can be 1 to 1, एक से एक भी जा सकती है. State can be 1 to 2 also, and state can be 1 to 3 also. Total probability जो होगी वो 1 होगी, but probabilities are distributed. Okay. And another thing is that if on a particular day the valve is working unsatisfactory, then on the next day it can be unsatisfactory, or it can be failed. It cannot be satisfactory. तो वापस अच्छा नहीं हो सकता. या तो unsatisfactory, either it will be unsatisfactory or it will be failed. And third is that if on a specific day the valve is working unsatisfactory, then it remains unsatisfactory. If the valve is failed, then it remains failed. It cannot be unsatisfactory. Mean there is no backward. From 1 to 1 possible is there, 1 to 2 possibility is there, 1 to 3 possibility is there. From 2 to 2 possibilities there, from 2 to 3 state 2 to 3 possibilities there, and from state 3 only 3 is possible. When if it is failed, it is failed. Okay. This is some sort of a Markov chain. Okay, that the future depends only on the present, not on the past. Now, if this model is modified, in that sense that let us suppose that on a specific day, a valve is working unsatisfactory. A valve has been found to be unsatisfactory. If a valve has been found to be unsatisfactory, then the situation of the valve is such, valve is of this type that it will remain unsatisfactory for 2 days. 2 दिन तो वो unsatisfactory रहेगा ही रहेगा. It is sure. Now, if we model, then it does not remain Markov chain. क्यों? अगर आज unsatisfactory है, then tomorrow, आज अगर first time unsatisfactory हुआ है, then tomorrow it cannot be failed. Tomorrow it will remain unsatisfactory. For example, you put your car in the reserve, then it is almost sure कि जो कार की आपकी एवरेज है वो 20 किलोमीटर तक तो चलेगी 20 किलोमीटर तक तो चलेगी. अदरवाइज लेट अस सपोज आपके पास फ्यूल इंडिकेटर नहीं है, आपके पास रिजर्व का पोजीशन नहीं है, आपको मालूम नहीं है कितना फ्यूल है, तो आप ये सोच सकते हैं कि पता नहीं है कब रुकता है. तो सम सॉर्ट ऑफ दिस. So there are Markovian model, there are non-Markovian model, and we can deal the non-Markovian model also with the help of Markovian form. Okay. Now, another thing is initial probability distribution. What is this? Now let Qi the probability that chain is in state I at time 0. Probability x0 is equal to I is equal to Qi. For example, the example which we have just learned for the valve failure model, then we can say that from the very beginning when we have inspected the valve on the 0 day itself, just in the start, then there may be some probability that valve can be in any specific state. For example, the probability distribution can be 1, 0, 0. That it is certain that valve is satisfactory on the first day. जब नया था तो वो satisfactory था. Yeah, it can be different situation also. A probability distribution is that it is equally likely that even on the very first day, even on the very initial day, 0 day, the valve can be found in any situation. Valve can be found, it can be satisfactory, it can be unsatisfactory, it can be failed even. Okay, so it will be 1 by 3, 1 by 3, 1 by 3. This is an initial distribution. We should be very clear that these are the conditional probability, while initial distributions are not conditional. Okay, so let me come to this. Now let S be the number of states. If S be the number of states, then we call the vector Q as Q1, Q2, Qs, the initial probability distribution of the Markov. Initial probability distribution of the Markov chain. For example, in the valve failure model, the initial distribution can be 1, 0, 0, because there are 3 states only, or it can be 1 by 3, 1 by 3, 1 by 3, or it can be anything condition is only that the sum of the initial probability must be equal to 1. I hope you know that probability distribution must satisfy this thing. Okay. Now I come to another terms, stationary assumptions. Now we will assume that the system is stationary. What we mean that stationary? Now, basically, you know that this is this conditional probability xt plus 1 equal to j given xt equal to I is the probability that the system will be in state j at time t plus 1 given it is in state I at time t. So you know that the time t varies. First day, second day, third day, fourth day. Discrete case में हम count करें तो we say that a Markov chain is a stationary Markov chain if these conditional probabilities are independent of time पर depend नहीं करती. Practically ये strict condition है, but just we will consider the stationary Markov chain. Otherwise, the Markov chain is said to be non-stationary. So what is the implication of the stationary Markov chain? This is the implication that probability xt plus 1 equal to j given xt equal to I is equal to probability xt equal to j given xt minus 1 equal to I. Okay, and so on. So this does not depend upon the t, it simply depends upon going from I to j in one transition, going from I to j. So this is called Pij. These probabilities we will denote as the Pij, and these Pij are called the one-step transition probability. One-step transition probability. The probabilities going from satisfactory to unsatisfactory are going from satisfactory to failure. Like इस तरह की probabilities की क्या condition है? ये है. So it does not depend upon time that whether we are inspecting it on first day or inspecting on second day or inspecting on third day. These probabilities are stationary. Okay. So practically we understand that it is a state. So Pij is the transition probability. Let S be the number of states. मान लीजिए S number of state है. We had considered the example where S was equal to 3. Then when a Markov chain is completely known, हम तब कहते हैं कि Markov chain is completely known. The Markov chain is completely known if S cross S transition probabilities are known. S multiplied with S transition probabilities are known. That it is completely known. So basically, the transition probability that displays as an S cross S matrix, this is given by this. That P11, P12, P1S, P21, P22, and P2S. So here Pij, that the ijth element of the matrix P is basically the transitions, one-step transition probability for going from I to J. One-step transition probability going from I to J. So when a matrix is qualified to be the transition probability matrix, what are those conditions? It should be a square matrix, for example, S cross X. All probability in the transition probability matrix are non-negative. Probabilities है, all entries must be non-negative. It can be 0, but it cannot be negative. Okay, and a condition is the probabilities and in each row must sum to 1. Row sum must be 1. Why? When the system is in state 1 at a specific time n, then at that time n plus 1, that is at the next instance, it must remain either in 1, or it should go to 2, or it should go to 3, or it should go to the S state. किसी ना किसी state में तो उसको जाना है. It may remain its original state, or it may go to any of the available states, among the available states. So this P11, P12, P1S must form a probability distribution. So the probabilities in each row must sum to 1. Similarly, probability in the second row must be equal to sum of the probability in the second row must be 1. But you should be very clear that column sum may not be 1. Column sum koi zaruri nahi 1 ho. Row sum should be 1. And other name for this transition probability matrix is called the stochastic matrix. Stochastic matrix. Okay. If the column sums are also 1, then it is called a doubly stochastic matrix. Okay, so we will be dealing with normal stochastic matrix. Now let me give you one example. It's a very popular example, gambler problem 1. Gambler problem. What exactly is gambler problem? Let us suppose that at time 0 means start. At time 0, you have $20. Okay. And at each time, at time 0, you have $20 and you bet $20 at each time. Okay. We bet $10 at each time in a gamble. $20 is with a person and the each bet is of $10. You win with a probability of 0.3 and loss with a probability of 0.7. Now, if you have 0 or $40, the game is over. I mean, if you lose all your sum, game is over. Or if you double your sum, the game is over. This is the rule of the game. Okay. Now, XT is the money you have after each gamble at time t. Let XT denotes the money. So in fact, we have X0 equal to 20 because 20 is the money at time t equal to 0. So I hope that it's a very simple game that to say two persons are playing. Every person has capital $20 and we are concentrating on one specific person. Okay, and the bet is for $10 at each time. And the person on which we are concentrating, he has a winning probability of 0.3 and losing probability of 0.7. And the game will be over when he lost all his sums, all his capital, or when he doubles his capital. जहाँ अपना capital वो double कर लेता. This can be represented graphically like this. In diagrammatically, हम इसको ऐसे represent कर सकते हैं. It's very easy to understand. For example, here the initial is 20. Initial you have the 20. Then with probability 0.3 you can win the game. So you can with probability 0.3 20 can be changed to 30. And with probability 0.7 you can lose a bet. So with probability 0.7 20 can be changed to 10. Similarly, you understand this thing. So 10 can be with probability 0.7 it can be 0. And we understand that once the game has entered in the 0, once you have 0, then with probability 1 it will remain in 0. So you cannot come out of 0. No, it will be with you 0 for always. You will be having your capital 0 for always because the game is over now. Okay. So similar is the case that if you have 40, then probability 1 you will remain in 40. Okay. So basically here 0 and 40 are the absorbing states. Once the game enter in the absorbing state, it cannot come out. So this gives the graphical representation of a Markov chain. Now, how it can be represented in the form of a matrix? This can be represented in the form of a matrix like this. Now, this game has the 5 states. States can be indicated by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Or states can be, if you want to indicate in a more informative way, the states can be indicated as 0, 10, 20, 30, 40 also. State 30 indicates that the gambler on which we are concentrating, he is having $30 at a specific time. Okay, in that indicates so. Now this can be represented in the form of a matrix. This is the matrix. Say here the 5 states are there, so it's a 5 cross 5 matrix. Now 5 states are 10, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. 10, 0, I'm sorry, 5 states are 0, 10, 20, 30, 40. So say this now first row represents 0 states. First row represents 0 states, and the various column, various entry in the first row correspond to the 0, 10, 20, 30, and 40. So from 0 to 0, probability is 1. From 0 to 0, probability is 1. From 0 to 10, probability is 0, because you are in the absorbing state. Game is over. 0 to 0 mean now you, if you are in 0, you can remain in 0 only. Similarly, the remaining probability. Now concentrate on the next row, second row. The second row corresponds to the 10. From 10 to 1, from 10 to 0, 10 to 0 probability is 0.7, because we have already mentioned that probability of losing is 0.7. Okay, from 10 to 10 it is 0, because every bet is a deciding bet. Every bet a decision over. Either you are losing or you are winning. And similarly, from 10 to 20, there is a probability 0.3, because your winning probability is 0.3. You cannot go to 10 to 30 in a single jump, because the game is only of 10. You cannot you cannot have immediate from 10 to 30. Similarly, you cannot have 10 to 40. So this is 0. So I hope that you understand, and we find that it is a 5 cross 5 matrix. All entries are non-negative. Zeros are there, of course. All entries are non-negative, and sum of each row is 1. Sum of each row is 1, and sum of each column is not necessarily 1. You see, some columns have some 1, some column have some less than 1, some column may have some greater than 1. Okay, so this is the representation of a marker. Okay, and this is the initial distribution. There are five states: 0, 10, 20, 30, 40, and initial amount with the gambler over which we are concentrated is having 20. So probability distribution is 0, 0, 1, 0, 0. Corresponding to the 20 entry, for the third state, we have put the probability 1. Okay, so this was the initial. Hope that it's clear. Let us consider another problem. If we consider another problem, then this is also a very popular problem: golf ball problem. Golf ball problem. Okay, golf ball is to understand. Now, the problem is a box contains 2 white golf balls. A box contains 2 white golf balls. And rule of the games are, kya rule hai? Rule of the games are, select a ball randomly and flip a coin. उनमें से एक बॉल randomly select करिए without knowing and flip a coin. और एक coin को आप flip करिए. If the ball is white, फर्स्ट केस में तो व्हाइट ही आएगा, क्योंकि बॉक्स कंटेन 2 व्हाइट कॉर्न. पहली बार तो व्हाइट ही आएगा कम से कम क्या, इट इज सर्टेन दैट फर्स्ट टाइम इट विल बी व्हाइट, बिकॉज golf box has 2 white balls. Okay, now if the ball is white and the coin shows head, और coin पर head आ जाता है, paint the ball red. तो इस white ball को रेड कलर से पेंट कर. Okay, and put the ball paint the ball red. Now, if the ball is white and the coin shows tails, paint the ball blue. उस ball को, the ball which you have drawn, paint the ball blue. So, and if the ball is painted, हम ये game को repeat करेंगे. We will repeat. Okay. If the ball is painted, then directly change the color of the ball. Red को change red to blue and blue to red. If you get the red ball, make it blue. And if you get the white ball, if you get the blue ball, make it. If the ball is painted, then directly change the color of it. So this we want to proceed. And you understand that this games can be called. Okay. So how can we represent it? We can represent it like this. Let XP be the situation at any time t, we represent this situation by W, R, and B, where W stands for the number of white balls, R stands for the number of red balls, and B stands for the number of blue balls in the box. Okay, W for white, R for red, and B for blue at time t. Okay, now initially there are two white balls only, so initial value of x0 is 2 0 0. Two white ball hai initially at time t equal to 0, 0 red balls tha, and 0 ही blue balls. Okay, now how can be the situation? Now initial situation is 2 0 0. If we apply simple probability law, then initially when you are going to draw, your draw is white. Draw to white आना ही है. Coin has the probability. 0.5 probability for head and 0.5 probability for tail. And depending upon the head or tail, we are going to make this white ball either red or blue. So with 0.5 probability, we can go to this situation. And with 0.5 probability, we can go to this situation. Yeah, this situation. Okay. Again, we make the draw. Again, we do head and tail, and we do it. If you apply a little bit logic, simple probabilities, I hope that anyone who has got a simple logic, may not have done even a course on probability, can draw this diagram with a little bit efforts. So we get this type. So we observe one thing here, that from we can go from 1 to 2, we can go from 2 to 3, we can go from 3 to 1, we can go from but we cannot go to 1 back. We can go from 3 to 2, but we cannot go to back 1, क्योंकि एक बॉल तो उसमें कलर हो ही जाएगा ना कम से कम. We cannot get the situation 2 0 0 again. Once it is disturbed, it is a disturbed. Once it is changed, it is a change. And other thing we get that from 1 to 3, we are approaching 4 5 6. But once we approach 4 5 4 or 5 or 6, we cannot go back to 1 2 3. कोई भी situation को हम वापस नहीं जा सकते. Okay, because 4 5 6 are the situation where no balls remain white. जब कोई भी ball white नहीं रहेगी, and 1 2 3 are the situation where at least one ball is white. Okay, so how we want to interpret? Now this is a diagram. This is a diagrammatical representation of the Markov chain. Now we clearly find that there are now 6 states. 6 possible states are there. 2 0 0, where first indicates a white ball, second figure indicates the number of red balls, and third figure indicates the number of the blue balls. Now 6 possible states are there: 2 0 0, 1 1 0, 1 0 1, 0 1 1, 0 2 0, and 0 0 2. Let it be represented by 1 2 3 4 5 6. So this can be represented in the form of this matrix P. This is a 6 cross 6 matrix. That was the diagrammatical representation. It is a TPM transition probability matrix representation of that Markov chain. Okay, and the initial probability distribution for this Markov chain is Q is equal to 1, and all remaining 6 0, all remaining 5 as 0, because initially we were having all the ball as the white ball. सारी balls जो थी हमारे पास white ball थी. So I have defined Markov chain, defined transition probability concept. Okay, and I have mentioned that how a Markov chain can be represented in the form of a diagram, and how the diagram can be transferred, or you can write directly also in the form of a transition probability matrix. So now with this knowledge, we come to another concept that are called the n-step transitions. N-step transitions. Okay. Now, basically, entries in the Markov chain gives you the one-step transition that from n to n plus 1, from time t to t plus 1. Now we are interested in n-step transition. So what is the n-step transition? If a Markov chain is in state I at time t, what is the probability that it will be in state j after n periods? After n period, इस चीज की क्या probability है? Mean the p is before you. P is before you. It gives you the single step transition. Its entries gives you the single step transition probability from n to n plus 1. But now question is from t to t plus 1. Okay. Now question is that what is the probability that it will be in state j after n? Now we say that since we are dealing with a stationary Markov chain, we say that basically we will assume that this probability should be independent of time. Tk independent linear. Okay, we are just considering the steps only. Okay, so we will take that this transition probability xtn plus 1 equal to j given xt equal to I is equal to probability xn equal to j given x0 is equal to I. Okay, whatsoever is the t, we are just taking the difference in step. Mean it does not depend upon the indicator index, it depends upon the difference only. Okay, so and we will denote it as a Pijn. These are the n step transition probability, where Pijn is called the n step probability of a transition from state, sorry, यहाँ पर missing a word, from state I to state J. So we are interested in finding Pij. Why are we interested? When we will see its application, then we will try to note it. Okay, so this is basically the Markov chain single step transition probability. Okay, now system has to go from I to J. We are interested that probabilities of going from I to J. Now I to J can be gone from a, let us suppose it is going from 2 step. Say हम पहले हम 2 step पर concentrate करते हैं. Say we are interested in the probability to 2 step probability I going from I to J in 2 step. Now if it is in a 2 step, it means that there is some intermediate state, and let the intermediate state is K. K can be any state. Let the intermediate state be K. K can be any state. So what will the K can be any state? So there are total S states. So K can be any one of 1, 2, up to S. Well, it will be any one of this, and definitely it will be one of these. Okay. I mean mutually exclusive and exhaustive case. So it can be going from I to 1, going from I to 1 in single step, probability is Pi1, and then going from 1 to J, probability is P1J. So what is the probability of going from I to J through 1? It will be Pi1 multiplied with Pij. Similarly, system can go from the state via state 2, system can go from the via state S. So what will be the total probability? It will be Pik Pkj. Pik Pkj, where K is arbitrary state. Here sum is K equal to K going from 1 to S. It should be where S, because there are S number of states. If there are 3 states only, then it is 3. So basically it should be S. So K going from 1 to S. Okay. So with that little bit knowledge of the matrices algebra, जो कि हम सबको which we are supposed to know, that this is basically is the ijth element of P square. Ijth element of P square. So what we want to say, that single step transition probabilities are given by the TPM, transition probability matrix. Two steps transition probabilities are given by the elements of P square. Similarly, we can show that three-step probabilities, three-step transition probabilities are given by the elements of P cube, and in general, n steps transition probabilities are given by the elements of P raised to power n. Okay, so the question is, do we need to go to this type of calculation? Let us suppose S is also reasonably large. It means order of P is reasonably large. And let us suppose N is also reasonably large. मान लीजिए N 7 ही है. S let us suppose 10 है. So P raised to power S is a very cumbersome mathematics, scaling the matrix and then raising the power 7. So what is this? So basically theory is this, but this can be shown that is called the Chapman-Kolmogorov equations. With itself, we can show basically that Pijn, if say instead of 2 it is n, then Pijn is equal to Pik n minus 1. Pik n minus 1, where n minus 1 are the n step transition probabilities multiplied with Pkg. So we calculate this type of thing, that n step transition probabilities are calculated in terms of n minus 1. Then n minus 1 are calculated in terms of n minus 2. N minus 2 are calculated in terms of n minus 3. It saves us a lot of mathematics, lot of calculations rather, and we are able to calculate. For example, if we have to calculate Pij2 and if P is quite large, then we need not to find P square. हमें P square find करने की जरूरत नहीं है. So basically we know that P square, that the ijth element of, because we have to find a specific element, that ijth element of P square is given by this. Of course, k going from 1 to s. K going from 1 to s. For example, हमने अभी गैम्बलर यून प्रॉब्लम्स किया था. Let us suppose हम उसमें ये फाइंड करना चाहें that what is the probability that game will be over in 2 steps. Game will be over in that all the capital he will lose in 2 steps. It means what we are interested. We are interested in 2 steps. Let us suppose first step, initial step is a 0. 2 step means coming from 20 to 0. Coming from 20 to 0. So यहाँ पर P20, I is our 20th state, J is our 0 state, and 2 we are indicating. Markov chain is with us. We will calculate only this thing. We will calculate only this thing and we will get it. Okay, we need not to calculate P square. So please, if matrix is very small, then we can calculate P square. There is no form. So let us consider another case. Now we elaborate this a little bit. Suppose the branding example. Now we are concentrating over the brands of some article. Now the issue under consideration is we are going to apply the Markov chain in some decision-making problem. The issue here consideration is that suppose 2 toothpaste brands are available on the market. कोई 2 brands पर हम मान लो concentrate कर रहे हैं A and B, brand 1 or brand 2, okay, and 2. Now, if an average person last purchased brand 1, there is a 90% chance that their next purchase will still be brand. It has been found in the market survey say we have come to this knowledge that if an average person last purchased brand 1, then there is a 90% chance that their next purchase will still be brand 1. And another study which we have found that if an average person last purchased brand 2, then there is an 80% chance that their next purchase will still be brand. 80%. Okay. Define XT to be the brand purchased by a person on their 10th purchase. first purchase, second purchase, third purchase, like this. So our market survey has concluded this kind, that from that probability of going from 1 to 1 is 0.9. Probability of going from 1 to 2 is 1 to 2 means brand 1 to brand 2 is 0.1. 90% chance hai that he will stick to his brand 1. Okay. Probability of going from 2 to 1 is 0.2 and probability of going from 2 to 2 is 0.8. That 80% chances are there that he will stick to his the original brand, that is brand 2. Okay. So this is a we easily find that it is a Markov chain. ये हमारे पास एक ट्रांजिशन प्रोबेबिलिटी मैट्रिक्स हो गई है, टीपीएम है, ये टीपीएम को क्वालिफाई कर रही है. ओके, so what is the issue here? Here issue is if a person, if a person is currently a brand 2 purchaser, what is the probability that she will purchase brand 1 2 purchases from now? When we concentrate on a person, now he is a brand 2 purchaser right now. Right now means t equal to 0. What is the probability that she will purchase brand 1 2 purchases from now? मतलब 2 से 1 पर ब्रांड 2 से 1 पर स्विच कर देगा 2 परचेजेस में, इस चीज की क्या प्रोबेबिलिटी है, हम ये देखना चाहते हैं. ओके, सो इफ यू वांट टू ऑब्जर्व हियर, now what probability we need to calculate? We need to calculate the probability that probability x2 equal to 1 given that x0 equal to 2. But right now he is using brand 2 and we want to find what is the probability. Just 1 minute. We want to find that what is the probability that he will become a purchaser of brand 1 after 2 terms. Okay, so T21 2 हम इस चीज 2 second step probability हम find करना चाहते हैं. This is basically element ij mean element 21 of p square. So p we have, we can calculate p square. There is no big issue, so we can calculate p square. This is p square. Okay, so find the 2 1 element of p square, probability of 2 going from 2 to 1 in p square. So this is 0.34. So there is a 34% chance that brand 2 purchaser can switch to brand 1 purchaser after 2 purchases. After 2 purchases, iske chance. Okay. Now next question is, now if a person is currently a brand 1 purchaser, then what is the probability that she will purchase brand 1 3 purchases from now? कि वो अपने ब्रांड पर स्टिक रहेगा, 1 से 1 वाला ही रहेगा. Probability x3 equal to 1 given x not equal to 1, that is p113. p113 हम इसमें इंटरेस्टेड है, that element 11 of p3 means sorry pq. So we can find pq. P square we have already found, multiplied again, this is pq. So we are going to find the 11 element. Now, here it is written wrong. It should not be p212, it should be p113. So we have to find, this is p113 basically. So p111 going from 1 to 1, so its probability is 0.781. That 78% chances are there that he will, that brand 1 purchaser will stick to brand 1 purchase even after 3 transitions. Okay, so this is how can we. Now we come to ergodic Markov chain. What exactly is ergodic Markov chain? Okay, to define the ergodic Markov chain, we come to, we first introduce some other definitions. Now first I indicate what is a path. What is a path? Basically, a path from state I to state J is a sequence of transitions that begins in I, or you can, that begins in I and ends in J. A path from I to J is a sequence of transitions that begins in I and ends in J. such that each transitions in the sequence has a positive probability. Mean positive probability mean possibility is there. हर path की ऐसी possibility है. Okay, so this is called the path going from I to J, starting from I, reaching to J, of course covering different states, and each transition in the sequence has a positive probability. Okay. We say that a state J is reachable from state I. हम कहते हैं कि we say that a state is J is reachable from state I if there is a path leading from I to J. If there is a path leading from state I to J. Okay, I will clear with the help of example in the next slide. Then we define a term communicate. Two states I and J can communicate if J is reachable from I and I is reachable from J. They're a very common term. Communication means from J you can reach to I and from I you can reach to J. For example, हमने भी Gamble-Lewin problem consider किया था. You can go from 10 to 0, but you cannot go from 0 to 10. Means 0 and 10 are not communicating states. But if you consider the state 10 and 20, then you can go from 10 to 20. Also, you can go from 20 to 10. 10 and 20 both are the communicating states. Even 10 and 30 are also the communicating states because you can grow from 10 to 20, 20 to 30, means you are reaching from 10 to 30 through a sequence. Similarly, you can go from 30 to 10. Okay. So, next we define a set of states S. सबसेट की हम बात कर रहे हैं, मान लो टोटल स्टेट S है. A set of state S in a Markov chain is a closed set if no state outside of S is reachable from any state in. Mean वो अपने आप में closed set हम कहते हैं जब कोई भी बाहर से उसमें नहीं आ पाता. No state outside of S is reachable from any state in S. For example, हम थोड़े और example clear करेंगे. We are considering the Gamble-Lewin problem. The state 0 is a closed set. State 0 is a closed set. 0 से बाहर, 0 से, once you enter 0, you remain in 0. It's a closed set. Even state 40 was the closed set. Okay, so we will take up a few more cases. For example, you consider this Markov chain. It has 5 states. Now you understand it's a 5 cross 5 matrix. It has the 5 states. You can indicate the state as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 as per your convenience. Okay. Now you also know that the first row corresponds to the state 1. Second row corresponds to the state 2. And so similarly column and okay. So what we observe here, from 1 we can go to 1, we can go to 2 even. 0.3 is the probability. From 2 we can go to 1, we can go to 2, mean we can remain in 2, and we can go to 3 also. From 3 we can go to, directly we cannot go to 1, we can go to 2 and we can remain in 3. So basically from 1 we can go to 2, 3 also. 1 से 3 हम directly नहीं जा सकते, via 2 जा सकते हैं, second transitions में जा सकते हैं. Similarly from 3 we can go to 1, 2. So basically 1, 2 and 3 are the communicating state. 1, 2, 3 and the communicating state. The possible paths are there. Okay. And we find that from 1 to 3 we cannot go to 4, 5. We cannot go to 4, 5. But from 4 we can go to 5 and vice versa. 4 and 5 are communicating state. 4 and 5 are communicating state. Okay. So basically 1 in this Markov chain, 1, 2, 3 form a closed set, subset of the complete states, and 4 and 5 state also form the closed set. Every state in a specific closed set communicate with each other. That's all. But not communicating with outside. Okay. So this is we can find here some suitable example. The same problem has been graphically represented, just indicating the this arm length arrows indicating the probabilities. So 1, 2, we clearly find that 1, 2, 3 are communicating, maybe directly or maybe subsequent through a path, and 4, 5 are also communicating, and there is no link between 1, 2, 3 and 4, 5. 4, 5 में आपस में कोई लिंक नहीं है, वो आपस में एक disjoint set बना रहे हैं. Okay, so this is the representative. Now we come to absorbing state. I have already mentioned this thing, but now let me explain it. What is an absorbing state? Absorbing, you understand. Dictionary meaning is clear that what we mean by absorbing. Okay. So what is absorbing state? A state I is an absorbing state if Pii is equal to 1. That probability of going from I to I is 1 in single transition, single step. Whenever we enter an absorbing state, we never leave the state. हम कभी भी उस state को छोड़ते नहीं हैं. An absorbing state is also a closed set containing only one state. Previous example में closed set जो थे वो absorbing state नहीं थे. That closed sets were having more than one state. But in this example, what you say? Here we find that state 1 and 5 are the absorbing state. Basically, it's a Gamblerian problem. One state indicates the $0 and 5 state indicates the $40. Okay, so 1 and 5 are the absorbing. Once you entered in the state 1, you remain in 1. Again, 1 mein rahenge. And once you enter in the state 5, you remain in 5 forever. Okay, so this is the concept of the absorbing state. Similarly, the same problem which we consider that golf ball problem. This is basically the first diagram indicates the Gamblerian problem. So in this case, this we define the concept of a transient and recurrent state. Transient, you understand. मतलब it's not necessarily कि आप वापस आ जाए. Okay, recurrent, you means that you will be coming again and again. Okay, a state I is a transient state if there exists a state J that is reachable from I, but the state I is not reachable from. For example, from 2 you can go to 1, but from 1 you cannot go to 2. Okay, so 2 is the transient state. So in Gamblerian problem, this 2, 3, 4, 5 are the transient state. 2, 3, 4, 5 are 2, 3, 4 are the transient state, and 1 and 5 are the recurrent. If a state is not transient, it is a recurrent. Similarly, we can find here also. This is the problem I have already mentioned. We can very easily find that 1, 2, 3 are the transient state. 4, 5, 6 are the recurrent state. Because from 1 to 3, we have some path to go to 4, 5, 6. But from 4, 5, 6, there is no path to going to 1, 2, 3. If the system enters in 4, 5, 6, it remains in 4, 5, 6. Means वो आपस में ही transfer, आपस में ही होते रहते हैं बार-बार. So that become a recurrent state, and 1, 2, 3 has become the transient. Okay. Now we come to a concept, periodic and aperiodic state. I hope you understand the meaning of periodic. It's a very common term, and you understand the meaning of aperiodic. Aperiodic means which has period 1, and periodic means which has period greater than. A state I is periodic with period k greater than 1. A state I is periodic with period k greater than 1 if k is the smallest number such that all paths leading from state I back to state I have a length that is a multiple of k. I से start होने, starting from I and reaching back to I, whatsoever path are there that have a multiple length of k and k is greater than 1. Mean path होंगे length 2 का है. Let us suppose path are of length 2, R4, R8, R10, mean or 6. So period is 2. Period is 2. But if that can have any length, then period is 1. Then period is 1. Observe that absorbing states are aperiodic states. Absorbing states are aperiodic states. Okay. Now you have a diagram. For example, this is the diagram 1, 2, 3. Now from 1, you can go to 2 only. Probability is 1. From 2, you can go to 3 only. And from 3, you can go to 1 only. So basically, we find that the state 1 has a period 3. When you can start from 1 and reach back at 1 in 3 transition. Period is 3. Similarly, 1 to 3, all the states has the period 3. Can you write its Markov chain? Try to write it. Iski Markov chain I mean to say transition probability matrix. Can you write it? So please try to write its transition probability matrix. Okay. Now here none is periodic. इसमें गैम्बलर इवन प्रॉब्लम में आपके कोई भी पीरियोडिक स्टेट बेसिकली अगर आप 0 में चले जाए तो आप कहीं भी वापस नहीं आ सकते, कहीं भी आप वापस नहीं आ सकते. ओके. तो similarly here we can find that 1, 2, 3 are aperiodic. Same example हम डिस्कस कर रहे हैं. 1, 2, 3 are aperiodic, that they are period with 1. Okay. But 4, 5, 6 are periodic with period 2. 4, 5, 6 are periodic with period 2. हम बहुत clearly इसमें visualize कर सकते हैं. Now we given other because I have mentioned that my aim at the end is to apply the Markov chain in decision making problem. So I would like to coin another term, that is the ergodic Markov chain. What is an ergodic Markov chain? If all states of a Markov chain are recurrent means they are revisited again and again, infinite number of times. If all states in a Markov chain are recurrent, that is non-transient, aperiodic, कोई specific period भी नहीं है, period 1 है, किसी भी time आ सकते हैं, and communicate with each other. Means there is a path from any state to any state. Okay, communicate with each other, then the chain is said to be ergodic. हम उस chain को ergodic chain. You consider this thing. Here even 0 and 10 are not even communicating state. So this chain is not ergodic. This Markov chain is not ergodic. It's a non-ergodic. Okay. We would like to give you example of ergodic also. It is a non-ergodic. Clearly, if a Markov chain is having absorbing state, it cannot be ergodic at all. Okay. So now even this thing, we find here that even they form two disjoint group 1, 2, 3 and 4, 5, 6. 4, 5, 6. So they are non-ergodic. ये non-ergodic Markov chain है. It is also not an ergodic Markov chain because even 4 and 1 does not communicate. 4 and 1 does not communicate. Now consider this example. If you consider 3-state Markov chain 1, 2, 3, we can write the Markov chain matrix for S1. There is no big issue. If you clearly find, then it is a 3 cross 3 matrix, and you can very easily write that the first row is 0.7, 0.30, second row is 0.5, 0.3, 0.2, and third row is 0.8, 0.20, where the row indicates for state 1, 2. Okay. We can easily find that this is an ergodic marker. S1 is an ergodic marker. Similarly, S2 is also an ergodic marker. बहुत simple way में immediate आप लिख सकते हैं. It has 2 states. We are just nomenclature we are given that the state 4 and 5. Okay. Now, if we want to write S1 and S2 collectively, and it will be a 5-state Markov chain, we will find that it is a non-ergodic. So, even 4, 5 does not communicate with 1, 2. It is a non-ergodic. Okay. So now we come to a very important characteristic of a ergodic Markov chain, that is steady state theorem. Okay. We come to our original example, toothpaste brands. Toothpaste brand जो भी है. Suppose 2 toothpaste brands are available on the market, and like this is the transition probability matrix. ये जो हमने अभी explain किया था, P equal to this. Then we make P square, PQ, P5, P10, P20, P30, P40. What we observe here, that after P20, after not after P20 onward, the rows have become identical. Rows have become identical. 0.67, 0.33, 0.67, 0.3. Row identical हो गई. P30 same it remains. P40 it remains same. What does it means? इसका meaning क्या है? Okay, let's come to that. Let's concentrate on P40. Even we can concentrate on P20 also. Now, after a long time, P40 means after 40 transitions, 40 steps, after a long time, the probability of going from 1 to 1 is 0.67. Even probability of going from 2 to 1 is 0.67. 2 to 1 is 0.67. Probability of going from 1 to 2 is 0.33. And even going from 2 to 2 is 0.33. So after a long time, the probability that a person's next toothpaste purchase will be brand 1, having the probability 0.67, that is 2 by 3. And the next purchase will be brand 2 as a probability 1 by 3. Well, it has stabilized. Now there is no transitions. Stationary हो चुकी है, steady हो चुकी है. Okay, these probabilities don't depend on whether the person initially purchased brand 1 or brand 2. अब इस बात पर ये डिपेंड ही नहीं कर रहा कि पहले ब्रांड 1 खरीदा था या first purchase was brand 1 or brand 2. Okay, it is stabilized. These are called steady state probabilities, which can be used to describe the long run behavior. Okay, the long run behavior of a Markov chain. So what exactly is this? So now we like to so what we have observed, हम इसको एनालाइज करना चाहेंगे. हमने देखा था even p raised to power 20 were showing this behavior. The problem reaches the steady state after around 20 transactions. 20 के बाद ही ऐसा होना शुरू हो गया. 30 करते, even then it was so. 40 करते, even then it was so. Okay. If peak, and we observe that if our matrix P is such that it contains some entries which are near equal to 0 and 1. In 0 and 1 are the deciding position, basically, the steady state will reach very quickly. Okay. So the steady state behavior is a long-term behavior and transient behavior is a short-term behavior. That is called the short-run behavior. Okay. Now, how can we obtain the steady state distribution? Is it the only procedure that you raise the higher power to the PPP until it is stabilized? No. But and there is a one condition also. Every matrix cannot obtain the steady state distribution. So we result this theorem that is called the steady state. What does that mean? Let P be the transition matrix for an S state ergodic Markov chain. It should be ergodic, recurrent, aperiodic, and every state communicate. Then there exists a vector pi, basically probability distribution in the form of vector we are writing pi 1, pi 2, pi s, steady state distribution, such that limit Pn n tends to infinity and it becomes this matrix. This matrix is like pi 1, pi 2, pi s, pi 1, pi 2. And it is a non-Markov chain. So pi 1 plus pi 2 plus pi s must be equal to 1. And limit n tend to infinity Pijn is equal to pi j becomes independent of pi. Pi पर depend नहीं करता. Initially क्या था? Okay. So this is the situation. So the steady state distribution is given by pi 1 and condition is pi 1 plus pi 2 plus pi s must be equal to 1. So pi n plus 1 is equal to pi np and pi is equal to pi. ये हमारी एक मैट्रिक्स इक्वेशन बन जाती है. From here we can obtain, and I explained with the example, our example which we have taken. Now P is the matrix. It is aperiodic, every state communicating, and every condition, other conditions are also satisfied. It is an ergodic matrix. So this steady state distribution exists. I say that let pi 1, pi 2 be a steady state distribution. If it is a steady state distribution, it must satisfy this condition. Okay, so we can solve this matrix equation. There is a no big issue. If we solve this matrix equation, we get pi as 2 by 3, 1 by. Same which we observed. It was the row of the, it is 0.67 and 0.33. And these are the row of the matrix P20, P40, which we have seen. Okay, so this is how we obtain the steady state distribution. Okay. Now, I am coming to final portion of my lecture. Now I apply use of steady state probability in decision making. How can we use this in some sort of decision making? कैसे हम कर सकते हैं? So I consider the problem. Now let us suppose there are 100 million customers. There are 10 crore customers, or say 100 million customers. Each customer purchases 1 tube of toothpaste every month. Each customer purchases 1 tube of toothpaste every month. Okay. 1 ट्यूब ऑफ टूथपेस्ट कॉस्ट $1 टू प्रोड्यूस. उसकी जो प्रोडक्शन कॉस्ट है वो $1 है, एंड उसकी जो मार्केट सेल है वो $2 है, एंड इज सोल्ड फॉर $2. 1 ट्यूब ऑफ टूथपेस्ट कॉस्ट $1 टू प्रोड्यूस एंड इज सोल्ड फॉर $2. फॉर $50 million per year, an advertisement firm guarantees to decrease the fraction of brand 1 customer who switch to brand 2 after a purchase from 10% to 5%. Means some advertisement company approaches to the production company that they will charge $50 million per year and they will advertise your brand, and they make it sure कि ब्रांड 1 कस्टमर जो 10% स्विच कर रहे थे, आपने देखा था वो 0.9 और 0.1 प्रोबेबिलिटी थी, आपने हम 1 मिनट के लिए जाएंगे, 0.9 और 1.1 प्रोबेबिलिटी थी. 10% कस्टमर 1 to 2 स्विच कर रहे थे. दे assured that this 10% जो हो जाएगा वो 5% कर दे. मीन वी विल रिड्यूस द स्विचिंग. ब्रांड 1 जो प्रोड्यूस कर रहे थे उनके पास. ओके, so what is the problem? Now the problem with the management is, should the company that makes brand 1 toothpaste hire the firm? Should they hire? Should they pay $50 million per year? Is it worth paying? This was the decision to be made. Okay, so how can? So let us calculate the situation before advertising and after advertising. Now, before advertising, this is the TPM. Okay, and we have found the steady state probability distribution, that is 2 by 3 and 1 by 3. So 2 by 3, 67%. Well, 0.67 is the probability. So 0.67 multiplied with 100 million customers. This is the market. 100 million customer. 1 tube per month. So 12 month. Kitni tube purchase ho rahi hai? 12 tubes. Okay. And what is the profit on so much tubes are being purchased? Toothpaste are. So what is the profit? $2 minus $1. This is the profit. So company is earning $800 million before engaging the advertisement. Okay. Now, what is the promise of the advertisement? That 10% shifting will be made the 5% shifting from the brand 1 to 2. So they say that we will make the TPM 0.95, 0.95 here and here 0.05. क्योंकि वो तो brand 1 की marketing करेंगे ना. Okay, so and it will be 2 to 0.8. ये तो same row है. I hope that you have got the shifting of the TPM. Okay, if now for this new TPM, we find the steady state probability distribution. Steady state probability distribution become 0.8 to 0.8 and 0.2. Long term purchaser जो बन जाता है वो ये बन जाता है. इसके बेस पर हम कैलकुलेट करते हैं. If we calculate on this basis and we subtract the 50 million also, this is also expenditure, 50 million paid to the advertisement company, we find that the producer, that the company, after paying the advertisement expenditure, is now getting 910 million. Before advertisement, it was 800 million. Now it is 910 millions. So it is worth going. So it is worth going. We can go for the So this is how we have made use of the steady state probability distribution, obtained from the Markov chain for the case of the decision making problem. I think that we must end here. I won't introduce anything else. Now, if you want to ask any questions, any query, then please you can ask. I hope that you must have, I don't know, I should say enjoyed the lecture, but I hope that you must have given some attention. So if there is any query, any question, then you can ask. So it's all from my side.
Yes. Thank you so much, sir. So participants, if you have any query, then you can ask by unmuting yourself. Sir, there are one or two queries in the chat box also.
Okay, let me check.
They are asking about the book for the beginners.
Book is, you can have Stochastic Process by Cox and Miller. Basically, it is a book prescribed to MSc student or graduates, UG student. Stochastic Processes by Cox and Miller. You can have this book and other book. You can have some basic book on statistics. Even my book is there. Some statistical methods. It also contains the basic on Markov chain. So some sort of idea you can get from there also.
Thank you so much, sir. Any other participants want to ask anything? No, I guess no one wants to ask anything. So
Okay.
you can.
So,
Okay. Sir, you hope you are. You can see the comments from the participant in the chat box. They are
yes.
just praising your presentation.
Thank you very
The
much.
way you explain the things. Yes.
I'm happy that
So-
at least they have heard the lecture. If
Yes, sir. Thank you,
And-
sir. So,
okay,
as you said that stochastic processes is about the results of convolving probabilities, and you explained very well all the types of probabilities and probability distribution very well. I'm hoping that the participant who are working on these processes or in the field of statistics, these models or these probability distribution you have explained, they are going to be very fruitful in their research, because as we heard that you have a vast area of research in this field, and hope in the future if they need anything or if they want help in this field, they can communicate with you. If they need your email ID, we will surely share your email ID with them so that they can connect with you in future also. And thank you so much, sir, for always motivating us and always sharing your precious time with us time to time. And it always a pleasure hearing you and your words and your expertise. So thank you so much, sir, on behalf of all the team members of this FDP program. Thank you again, sir.
thank you, Ekta. Thank you.
Thank you. Have a good day, sir.
Thank you. Same to you. Okay. Thanks.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. Bye bye. Take care.
You too, sir. Bye-bye. So participants, I have already shared the attendance link of this session with you. You can see that in chat box and mark your attendance. Okay, you want to say something? Okay. Now the coordinator of this workshop, Professor Rajiv Kumar, he has some important announcement for you all. So I'm handing over to them. So.
Very good afternoon to all the participants on the board, and my respected Professor Taneja. I think he's on board. Yes. Okay. So thank you very much, sir, for this wonderful session, and you have very well explained, and I can see just visualizing the 30-year back that you were teaching in my class. Just like that way you are teaching very well throughout this session. So this was a really wonderful, and I think the participant has valuable understood the things you have explained to all of us related to the Markov chain. I have also learned Markov chain from yours at that year also. So
Thank
now,
you, Rajiv.
yeah, exactly. I can recall.
Thank you for reminding me the year. That was year 1986, perhaps.
Yeah, exactly. You
That
say
was yours was the first batch.
I in the first batch in 1996.
Yes.
I had learned stochastic process and Markov chain from you, and now by the God of grace and your blessing, I'm working in this area also.
Okay.
So
Thank you.
thank you for a very fruitful session, sir. I'm really obliged that you have spared your valuable time for the department and for the participants. And I wish that I request you also that we in the validity function also that will
Sure.
start at 3:30.
Sure.
So that will be a
Right.
blessing to us if you join over there. And there is some announcement for the participant also. Right now we'll be having a break for the lunch, and so you enjoy your lunch during this session, this period, and thereafter we'll join at 2:30. Okay, at 2:30. Kindly notice this, that you will be shared through the email the test for the FDP. So that will be shared only through the email. That email is in communication with you. That will be a Google Sheet link. The test of 25 questions containing 25 questions is there, and you have to attempt that in 45 minutes. These are MCQs, and hopefully you will do it as in 45 minutes. And as per the requirement of AICTE, to have a certificate for this FDP, you must have score of 60. Here questions 60%. So here the questions are 25, each of 1 mark. So you attempt them in a 45 minute. So as soon you attempt it, we'll get the answer, not to you but to us. We'll get evaluated it in the Excel sheet. So that sheet will be uploaded to the AICTE after the calculation of percentage. And then 45 minutes, after 45 minutes, that means 2:30 to 3:15, you have this assignment to do. And 3:15 to 3:30 there will be a break, just to request our guest of the variety ceremony from different places to join. They will join by 3:30. They have confirmed it. And during that time you can have a tea break, of course, because that at 3:30 you starting with the variety function, and that will go for around a one hour. So one thing more that is very important beside this test is that you have to give us the feedbacks regarding this FDP. We are taking feedback in 3 ways, in fact. And the one is we are sharing with you the Google Sheet. You have to just put up the ranking for each session and overall FDF. We'll share that feedback form in a Google Sheet through the email only. And
shared it in chat box also.
And we'll share in the chat box also. We have shared it in the chat box. And then other way is you have just to have a video clipping of 2 to 3 minutes that will be recorded by yourself at your place only, and that video recorded feedback about the FDP you can mail us the same mail, and that is very important for us and important for the AICTE, so that we can and they also can improve in coming FDPs better way. They can do better way. So you must give your feedback about this FDP through that videos. And third way is we in the validity function will invite few of the participants to give their feedback live here in the program only. So because the time is limited, we cannot allow each and everyone to have a feedback there only. We'll request few of them. Video clipping, any one of you can send, and the form, Google Sheet form, of course, that will be mandatory for all of you. Hope we'll do during this period. We'll share you video clipping. You can send by evening only today, so that we can upload all this data by morning. So this is the requirement of AICTE, and we are doing that way. Or we are fulfilling all the things that AICTE Atal Academy required for this FDP, so that this will be successful for all of you, and you get acquire a certificate out from this also, and that will be of course a better thing to have API in future. So my request is to go for test, submit feedbacks, and also join validity function, all of you please, and keeping your video on. So thanks for all 2 sessions in the morning. We do have both sessions from eminent speaker. One is Professor Sushil K. Tomar from Punjab University, Chandigarh, a very renowned mathematician in the area of applied mathematics. And the another one is Professor S.C. Taneja from Delhi Technical University, Delhi. He's a very senior member of the DTU, Dean, Director, heads. He have been there, and now he's working on the areas of the financial ranking, as he has mentioned very well, using the concept of information theory. And these 2 sessions were, I think, is quite useful for all of you, and found to be giving you a new direction in these areas to work out. So thank you for joining this session, for your participation. Hope the last sessions of the day and the FDP will also be very interactive with all of you. So kindly join after the lunch. Thank you very much, all, each and everyone over here. Thanks a lot.